Hello, my wonderful Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Eight of Cups. Seems to me that this is a week where you could be detaching or letting go of a situation or a person where you feel like there's a lack of stability. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, it could also be an energy of walking away from something because, you know your worth, or you know what you bring to the table, and you don't feel emotionally content. But I'm specifically getting something pertaining to the stability of this connection, right? Maybe wanting more and feeling like you're not receiving that, or feeling like you're investing in a situation more than you're receiving from it. Okay, so there could be a lack of equal give and take between you and another individual here. But I do see it as detaching, and this could be a very difficult process because the Eight of Cups is usually detaching after trying time and time again. So I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. Okay. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles for how you are being viewed. So this person feels like you're choosing yourself. There could even be a very strong energy of this person feeling like you are very independent, or you're putting yourself first this week. Right. So in the past, it could be that you were trying to meet this person on middle grounds, or you were taking maybe their feelings and their perspective into consideration, possibly even more than you were taking your own emotions into consideration. But this is a week where they are viewing you in a very independent energy, enjoying your singlehood, or just choosing yourself. Okay. Now they could feel like you are a bit detached, but there's something here about the stability of this connection that is visible to the both of you, or I should say the lack of. All right. So whether it's this person feels like, they were not able to meet you halfway, or whether it's they feel they have a really great connection with you, but something, didn't feel as stable as it could be, or they wanted something to feel more tangible between the both of you. So we have the Page of Wands, followed by the Tower in the challenge position. This person feels like they weren't prepared for some form of communication or like a message, because the pages in the deck, I do read them as messengers, but we have the Tower card. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But what I see this person challenged by this week is the fact that they were not expecting a message, or they were not expecting you to be upfront and communicate something to them. So this could be someone who had a hard time figuring out how to respond to maybe your perspective on things. This could also be someone who wants to reach out to you and speak to you about how they feel, but they're struggling with communication. It almost seems to me that what they're feeling challenged by this week is there is something that happened very quickly between the both of you, and they did not feel prepared for that. They may have even thought that they had more time to work something out with you, or more time to like find a solution. And the Tower also touches on like a wake-up call. So there's something that feels very real about you detaching, or you walking away this time around. For example, if this is someone that you've, given countless chances to, or you do have a history with them, it could be that this time around they feel like you're at the point of no return, or you're very serious about detaching or walking away here. How are you viewing them? The Queen of Swords. So you're actually viewing this person as detached. It could be that you're starting to realize the truth about a person, or you feel like their true colors are being revealed. Because with the Queen of Swords, that's some sort of clarity that you're gaining about this person where you're viewing them in a different light. Your head is not in the clouds, right? So even if you were giving this person the benefit of the doubt in the past, there's something that has become very clear to you about this person, their intentions. And for some of you, it's a lack of stability in this connection. And it's causing you to, detach, or this clarity is causing you to detach or look at this person in a different light. Okay, so in your feelings, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. There's really no way to sugarcoat this, Capricorn. What I see in your feelings is what you desired versus what you received. And the Page of Pentacles could be, a small offer, right? It does have potential, but I see a large difference between maybe what you wanted to create with this person versus what they were offering you. You could be looking at the connection and, maybe this is not something that you've realized in the past, but in the now, it could be that you're realizing that the both of you are working towards something completely different, even if it felt that this person was understanding the goal that you guys were working towards. I hope I explained that correctly. So even if it was both parties agreed on a commitment, you may feel like you were more focused on that end goal than this person was. With the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you feel like you were receiving the bare minimum, or something about the treatment was not fair here, right? And I did touch on a lack of reciprocity in the beginning of the reading as well. So we have the Seven of Swords in your feelings and the Devil. There's something here that you're battling internally this week, Capricorn. Whether it's negative thoughts, whether it's revisiting a situation with this person that is still really bothering you or taking like a large emotional toll on you. And I'm also seeing here, Capricorn, that there's something that's mentally and emotionally impacting you, but you're not wanting to speak about it. The Devil and the Seven of Swords, it could be when something is, again, toying with you or bothering you, but you're being a bit discreet about it. Okay, the Seven of Swords and the Devil could also be, something that occurred between the both of you, something that was done to you that you're having a hard time forgiving, right? This could be, Seven of Swords could be sneaky behavior. With the Devil, it could just be someone's lifestyle or toxic habits that impacted this connection here. And it is a bit of a heavy energy in your feelings, Capricorn, where you may find that this week you are wanting to spend more time on your own, or there's something that feels very conflicting, but you're trying to figure it out on your own. You're not going to someone else for advice, or you're not sharing this with others, right? Some of you feel like you don't have anyone to go to, but for others of you, it's like you don't feel the people around you would understand what you're going through. There could be something very different about this connection that you feel like is only understood by you and the opposing party here, and not really, maybe friends or family, because it's like an energy of feeling very alone, or feeling like you have to deal with something on your own here. But with the Devil and the Seven of Swords, there's definitely, something like a bad habit, or a thinking pattern, or someone's lifestyle that is resurfacing for you. Basically what that boils down to is what feels unhealthy in this connection. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles clarifying the Page of Wands, and we have the Two of Wands clarifying the Tower card. It seems to me that this person's almost like waiting for a sign from you. I mean, I could read it as subliminally hinting something at you, but it's what I see in the challenge position is someone dealing with an event or the aftermath of an event much after it has occurred, right? So as maybe if there was something you guys were disagreeing on, or if there was some sort of dishonesty that resurfaced, as that was happening, this person could have been either A, very nonchalant, or B, avoidant. Right? So in the current moment, I do see that, it seems like things are catching up to them. And the Two of Wands could be some sort of a waiting game, or when someone's quite literally waiting for a sign from you. So like watching you from afar and trying to figure you out, and, hoping that there is a sign or a signal that you guys are going to reconnect here. With the Six of Pentacles, it's interesting because that card touches on equal give and take, or reciprocity. So I do feel like this is someone who is acknowledging that there was a level of neglect here, hence why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. Someone who knows that either they could have given more to this connection, or like I said earlier, they weren't meeting you halfway. Right. So, one of the main struggles that I see because the Six of Pentacles is coming out in the challenge position is one party feels like they were giving to this connection more than the other. One party felt like things were becoming very one sided, right? So, Capricorn, if you are resonating with this energy, it doesn't mean that it was always this way. But I think that there has been a decrease in effort from one end, and that's very visible in the now. So, in their feelings, we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? And we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So, they are working towards offering you something stable, but I will say this is a very slow moving energy. It's also premeditated. There's a plan that this person is making. This person could be thinking about things or thinking about things thoroughly, thinking about every possible outcome here. But Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is someone who wants a new beginning, but they're working towards that new beginning. And this is a general read. You're going to know your situation better than I will, but you may know exactly why, or it could vary as to why your person is taking their time, or there's something here that they have to work through. For example, if it's pertaining to their own stability and they feel like they're not stable on their own, and so they're unable to offer you something stable in a partnership, then that could be someone who's working on their finances. If this is something pertaining to their living situation, then that could be something that they're working through. I do see their end goal being a new beginning, but I see that they need to work towards that new beginning. It's not an overnight process here. So we have the Two of Pentacles followed by the Four of Cups in their feelings. They could be questioning your interest. There is something about this situation where they're growing very impatient with it, with the Four of Cups. And Two of Pentacles could be this person maintaining a lot at once, or for some of you, they could have been juggling this relationship with maybe another responsibility here. What's interesting with the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, that could be a very strong energy of having the option to change something, but you're really up in your mind about it, where it could result in some sort of illusions that you're having a hard time seeing past. Like the Four of Cups could be when you're up in your mind, but it doesn't mean that everything that's coming to mind is the truth. It could be when you're over analyzing, overthinking, right? And the Four of Cups also touches on not being content in the present moment, but also not being present. That's why there is a cup in front of him and he's missing or he's not seeing that cup. So it could be read as like a missed opportunity. So what I see is someone who is wanting this new beginning. It's a very slow moving energy, but with the Two of Pentacles as well as the Four of Cups here, it's like, what do I do next? But there's a lack of balance. They're either thinking about too much at once, or they feel like there's two different ways to go about it, but something that they want is not being presented to them how they want it to be or expected it to be. So there's like an energy of not feeling prepared. This could be a week where they feel like they're really bombarded by their thoughts and feelings. But even though I'm seeing that they want a new beginning, it's a little bit of a back and forth energy here. And Four of Cups is not the most action oriented energy because it goes back to thinking about something or being up in your mind about it. But it could be where you're not really taking action. It could be an energy of what they call analysis paralysis. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups followed by the Seven of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Cups and the Seven of Wands in the potential outcome here. So I do feel like this is someone who was indecisive in the past. It could be that they were either juggling or there was definitely some sort of neglect in this connection. But with the Three of Cups and the Seven of Wands, there is something that this person is feeling very defensive about, in the outcome here. So even if you're conversing with this person, you may find that there's something here that they're trying to sweep under the rug, or there's something here that they're struggling with when it comes to opening up about it. So it's not to say they won't bring it up at all, right? Whether it's a case of juggling or dishonesty, it's not to say they're not going to, speak about it at all, but there's a little bit of an avoidant energy here. Okay. Now, the Seven of Wands, it could also be someone who is, very protective over you or this connection here. But the Three of Cups is an energy of something starting off very good, very lighthearted. But when it comes to making a firm decision, that's where you feel like maybe things became difficult. Now, the Three of Cups is being clarified by the Death card, and the Seven of Wands, we have the Five of Wands. This person feels like they need to fight for something in order to, be in a connection with you. The Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands is this person feeling like it's very complex or it's very complicated in order to pursue a connection with you due to some sort of external influences, whether it's their, financial situation, whether they feel like, every time Capricorn and I try to connect, there's always something or someone that gets in the way. But the pro is the Five of Wands is usually something that you could avoid, and it's usually conflict or obstacles that lack importance. So even if it's something that's up in this person where they're up in their mind, or if it is an external influence, there is definitely a solution here. I don't really see it as a block, right? But we do have the Three of Cups and the Death card, which is a very, strong energy of needing to let go of what is interfering in this connection here, or what has caused an interference in the past. Again, this could resonate differently. It could be, needing to put an end. Someone needs to change their lifestyle. It could be letting go of a thinking pattern. It could be letting go of another situation, right? And then even with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands, that could be someone who lets external opinions impact them, and so that could also be in the way as well. If it's not someone who's directly involved, or if there's not another person in the situation, it could be someone who's easily influenced by those around them. And those around them may have differing opinions, in comparison to what they want with you. Okay. I will also say with the Death card and the Five of Wands and the Three of Cups, there could be some sort of conflict in this person's life that they're not telling you about, that is finally coming to an end. And it could have been something that was ongoing for quite some time. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.